Welcome to How to Create a Character in Just Plain Chaos. The rules here are the 2018 rules. Start here. So, the first way, well, let's start with the statistic: regular intelligence, irregular intelligence, appearance, physical health, mental health. Okay, these are the 5 underlying statistics. What you do in order to roll it is you roll. So you need 5 dice to play Just Plain Chaos. 5 regular 6-sided dice. If you can play Yahtzee, you can play Just Plain Chaos. That's the thinking behind that. So what you want to do here, to start off with, let's put that aside, is you want to roll 3 dice. Okay, so we've got a 5, a 5, and a 4. And let's just write this here. 5, 5, 4. Excuse my writing. You take the 2 lower dice. You turn them over. So 5, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, so this is the rules. Okay, so you have the 5 numbers. One of these 5 numbers you can add 2 to, so let's pick the highest one, 7, and the remainder you add 1 to. Okay, so 6, 5, 4, 3. These are the stats that you start with. Now, you can pick where you want to put them. So, if you want a character, let's say, now appearance, typically, most people pick that as lowest, but I want a mid-range appearance. So I want an appearance of 5. I want relatively good irregular intelligence, so I want 7. I'd like reasonable mental health, so let's say 6. And then I have 7, 5, 6, so I have 4 and 3 left. Let's do 4 and 3. So crafty, not too bright, of reasonable appearance, cognitively strong, but physically perhaps slightly weaker. So from these numbers, you then get to pick the skills accordingly, and the skills aren't linear. So, if, for example, you have the skills. So if you have regular intelligence, you're allowed 3 regular intelligence skills. Now, some of these skills require other skills, so you've got to work out how you're actually going to strategize this thing. Let's get there are lots of skills, so let's move the skills out. Okay, so let's come back. First aid is a relatively useful skill. So let's say first aid. Paramedic, which is also there. And one other regular intelligence skill. Let's say computer repair. Now you get 7 irregular intelligence. Unfortunately, most of these require other things. So, I think for appearance I get disguise, evade, etiquette. So let's use scouting, which requires, okay, so I have a primary spoken language. I'm assuming I have a primary spoken language. Did I just opt out of that through regular intelligence? Well, let's get to that. Okay, so where's basic manners? Okay, basic manners is not here. Where is basic manners? Probably mental health. I can't actually see basic manners. Is it then as manners? Manners basic manners. Regular intelligence. Botany. Etiquette requires basic manners. Well, no one has obviously, in testing this game, ever selected etiquette. Because there's no basic manners as far as I can see. Botany. Manners basic, perhaps? Manners basic, here we go. Manners basic is part of mental health. So let's get one of our... And then we can get... And I'm assuming we have a primary spoken language as well. Mental health primary spoken language. Okay. So here, for appearance, we have disguise, evade, etiquette, and a rate. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So let's have a look at what else. Well, we've got to get irregular intelligence, don't we? So irregular intelligence. So you get the idea here. What I'm doing is building a character skill set around what I have available in these stat numbers. So I think that gives probably a basic introduction. I won't do the whole character this time. It just gives an introduction to how to actually create one of these characters, at least with the skill set. So let's move on. So I will have filled out the skills and irregularly create a character. The other thing you need is you need to put the... Now, the average character probably will not start with weapons, unless they're a militarized character. But they will all start with potential wounds. And here's the illustrative example of that. So what you want here is 1, 4, 1, 1, 2, 2. And as you are injured, these change. Let's call this dude Bruce. So anyway, this gives you a rough indication, and the equipment you'll go through at the start of the game and work that out. But this is basically how you create a character in Just Plain Chaos.